If you have ever spent hours trying to get a clean punch on a piece of leather, or struggled to get a consistent bend in aluminum, you know that doing it by hand is a recipe for frustration. This manual arbor press is one of those tools that looks like a simple hunk of iron, but once it is bolted down to your workbench, it changes the workflow entirely. It is built like a tank, honestly. The cast iron frame feels incredibly solid, and there is a reassuring weight to it that tells you it is not going to flex or warp when you are putting some real muscle into a project. What stands out right away is the spring-loaded mechanism. A lot of these manual presses can feel clunky, but the built-in volute spring makes a noticeable difference. You pull the handle, do your work, and it just pops back up, ready for the next cycle. It saves a surprising amount of energy when you are doing repetitive tasks like setting rivets or punching holes in a batch of craft projects. The lever itself is long enough to give you some serious mechanical advantage, and the fact that you can adjust its position is a nice touch for getting the right leverage depending on how high your mold is sitting. Speaking of height, you have about 12.5 inches of clearance, which is plenty for most small-scale shop tasks. The plunger hole is standard at 15 millimeters, so it plays nice with a wide variety of off-the-shelf molds. Now, it is not a machine for heavy industrial manufacturing, but for a home studio or a small workshop, that 1,100-pound pressure rating is more than enough to handle stamping, forming, and cutting with precision. The finish is decent too. It has an anti-rust coating that feels like it will hold up against the humidity of a garage, and the anvil plate is smooth enough that you are not going to be snagging your materials on sharp edges. If there is one thing to keep in mind, it is the footprint. At around 48 pounds, this thing is heavy, so make sure your workbench is sturdy enough to handle the weight and the force you are going to be applying. It would have been nice if the base had a few more mounting holes for different bench configurations, but that is a minor gripe. It is a straightforward, no-nonsense piece of equipment that does exactly what it claims to do without any unnecessary bells and whistles. If you are tired of inconsistent results with a hammer and punch, this is a solid upgrade that will probably outlive the bench it is sitting on.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.